No, it's just what's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some.
Not your skill at bargaining.
No deal.
Jesus Christ. What happened to you?
Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Horror Tuesday. I'm alive. I know some of you were wondering if I would ever come back. But the flu, COVID could not keep me down. But it did give me an ear infection. So that's great. Parting gift. But other than that, I am so happy to be back talking about horror news in the genre. I know there was a bunch of news that came out at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. And there's some things I missed. I think I've been gone for almost 2.5 weeks, maybe 3. Time just, when you're sick, just melts together. That being said, before we actually get into the news, please hit that like and subscribe button to the channel. I drop an episode every Tuesday on anything going on in the horror genre. I do reviews. I'm going to be doing another watch party as well this upcoming weekend. So please hit that like, subscribe, and you know what? Share this episode with a fellow horror nerd. So maybe they learning something. Maybe they can teach me something. Just go ahead and share it out. And lastly, in the description, there is a link if you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee. My channel is not monetized, or a bag of popcorn for the next movie I'll be seeing in theaters. Either way, if you feel in need to bless me with that, go for it. If not, hitting that like button and subscribing is just as good. So let's get into the news with my awkward introduction. So there's a couple things I want to talk about today. Couple things, like I said, that came out of Comic-Con. Couple things that are in the works. Some things I saw that were interesting. Now, if there is a topic that I have not covered that you're interested in hearing my opinion, I don't know why, but if you are, please comment below, let me know, and I'll include it maybe in the next video. Who knows? All right. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Mousetrap. What is the Mousetrap? It's not the Parent Trap. It is a horror movie based off Steamboat Willie. Nadia, who is Steamboat Willie? Well, let me tell you who Steamboat Willie is. That's Mickey Mouse, before Mickey Mouse became Mickey Mouse. So, from my friends over at Bloody Disgusting, the Mousetrap trailer, unofficially Mickey Mouse horror movie releasing in August. Sure, let's go for it. Why not? This is in vein with the Winnie the Pooh, the Bambi Reckoning. There's also the Peter Pan. I think it's in Neverland Nightmare, Cinderella's Curse. There was a second Winnie the Pooh, which, by the way, I actually really liked. It reminded me of my younger self when I used to be on sets doing movies like that. It was just a fun little slasher movie. I have not seen the sequel. I do have it on my to-watch list. Life's just gotten away. I think I don't even know what I watched while I was sick. Oh, I was watching Paramount's Evil series, which isn't too bad. I think I'm 2 seasons in now. I know it got canceled, but I'm invested enough to at least complete it to where it's going. So I guess I recommend it. Check it out so far. I've enjoyed it, and I've watched a lot of Seinfeld. So, all right. The Mousetrap's premise is it's Alex's 21st birthday, but she's stuck at the amusement arcade on a late shift, so her friends decide to surprise her, but the masked killer dressed as Mickey Mouse decides to play a game of his own with them, which she must survive. The thing that caught me is when I was looking at the cast, there's a couple really cool people in the cast of it. Where is it? But I thought I saw it had an interesting cast. I think maybe this was oh no, wait. Was it the other movie I was talking about? No. Am I mixing up movies? When you're sick and brain fog, yeah, I must have been. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. We do everything live here. But in any case, I thought we would watch the trailer together. That being said, let me get up for trailer watching. All right. I have not seen this. Will it be good? I don't know. Let's see. Steamboat Willie. Okay.
A lot of people are dead.
mask. I mean, it's Mickey Mouse.
A lot more want to know why.
Okay. I warned you. Once you know, you can't.
This is serious.
It is.
What is the use of this like blue-ish tone that is just over all small indie horror movies I've seen? Like this filter. That's creepy. It's giving me haunted house vibes though.
What the?
It looks like that mask is way too small for this guy's head. He's a big dude though. The mouse is out.
We trapped him, we beat his ass.
I mean, I would want to beat. No, I wouldn't want to beat Mickey Mouse's butt. I don't know. It's intriguing. I don't know how much it would make it on my watch list. I mean, I'm actually more excited for the Peter Pan stuff than this. I thought there was a Pinocchio one too, or it may have came out already. I don't know, but what do you guys think? Are you down to clown with the Poohverse with all these public domain movies? Is there one you're looking for particularly? Please go ahead and leave a comment below. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is The Collected. That showed up real fast. The Collected. So The Collected is actually a third installment in a trilogy. That's what trilogies are. Third installment. I think it's this one. Yes, this is the one I was talking about. The actor that surprised me. So, I have not seen The Collector nor The Collection. It is one of those movies I will be watching very soon because a lot of my friends in the horror community recommend it very strongly. I don't know why it's never been on my radar. I don't know. It sounds just like up my alley. So it's been a couple years since anybody's heard peep about The Collected, the planned third installment in the horror trilogy that began with The Collector and continued with The Collection. The anticipated film had briefly entered production before shutting down back in 2020, you may recall, but it sounds like they're getting a second chance of life here in 2024. What intrigued me is where's the casting? There's a ton of great names in this, but Tom Atkins in it from The Fog and Halloween 3. I'm down, man. I'm totally down for this. I will have to watch both of them. And I know there hasn't been a release date yet that I've seen. I think this might be in my rotation because now, since it's less than 100 days away from Halloween, I'm ramping up watching movies that I've enjoyed. And I think I'm going to add this and see if I like The Collector. But have you seen The Collector? Do you plan on seeing this third one? Do you like this genre of horror films? When I first read this, I was like, Jon Stewart. No, it's Josh Stewart. I'm like, Nadia, come on. We're going to honor the opportunity to bring The Collector back, so it's a burning freight train of fright. Ooh. Listen, all horror movies out there that are coming out soon, if you stumble across my little channel, my only advice is to you is learn the marketing ways of Longlegs. Because the marketing around Longlegs was spectacular. Now, I've seen Longlegs. I wanted to do a very in-depth review of it. I have to see it again. And I actually think I've made the decision I'm going to wait till where I can purchase it digitally or physical copy so I can really take in, because there was just so much, and plus I was sick when I was watching it. So much going on. I really, really want to take the time into it because I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it I knew I was going to like it. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. There's just so much symbolism and so much just in the behind the scenes, and the fact that the marketing kind of adds to the lore of the movie too. So any indie horror film, whatever your marketing budget is, try, I wouldn't say like imitate, but take some notes from Longlegs, man. They did amazing with it. So I want to kind of shift gears because we talk about everything horror in here, not just movies. And I want to talk about Halloween Horror Night news that I saw recently. I have only been to Halloween Horror Nights once. Why, Nadia? Because it's very expensive to go. The reason why it's even more expensive, in my opinion, to go is because the fact that The one time I went, I bought very VIP tickets. I got talked into buying VIP tickets. I was like, why do I need VIP tickets? Oh, why, Nadia? Easily explained. Instead of waiting 3 hours for one haunted house, the most I waited was like 5 minutes to get into a haunted house. And I have a haunted house background. I helped build one. I've directed one. I have acted in one. Since I was 13, I was in haunted houses. I love haunted houses. And normally, when I get scared, like somebody physically scaring me, I giggle sometimes. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to have a giggle fest through this entire time. No, I was incorrect. The first house we went through was a Halloween house. It was a Halloween themed at the time. Michael Myers. And I'm like, this is not going to scare me. First of all, the first Michael Myers that we interact with, we were walking down a hallway, and there was like a big mirror in front of and I know it's one of those digital mirrors that have like a fake person like pushing on it. I was like, that's cute. When I got close to it though, it like slammed open and there was an actor dressed up as Michael Myers with a knife, and I fell backwards into my husband, and I turned to him and I said, I don't think I can commit to finishing the next 4 houses that we have to go through, or this one. And he's like, yes, you will, because we paid a lot of money for these very expensive tickets. So I had to be forced through all of these. I think I saw Crimson Peak was a house. I think the Insidious was a house. It was either Insidious or Conjuring, but I think it was Insidious. Alien versus Predator. This is the End, which was a 3D neon painted fucking mess of a house. Anyway, highly recommend Halloween Horror Nights. If you've never experienced it, trying it out. Do recommend the very expensive VIP tickets if you do not want to wait literally 3 hours for one house. That's my 2 cents. That being said, there was an announcement that Leatherface is coming back. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the legacy of Leatherface, slicing into Halloween Horror Nights, which is really cool because I think they did it a couple of years back and they're bringing it back. One of my favorite slashers is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't think it gets a lot of love like it should, such as like Friday the 13th and Michael. I know it's an acquired taste, Toby Hopper's classic horror film, but it's celebrating 50 years of this, which is fantastic. I would love to go this year. I don't think I'll be able to go this year, but if you do go or you're interested in going, I hope this sells you on going, and I hope it sells you on buying those tickets, man. I'm telling you. And then I was terrified. And again, I like horror movies. I've worked in that industry. I've worked in haunted houses. And for them to get me like that, man, I probably would have a heart attack at this point. So I recommend, again, for you to check this out. And if anybody in my comments is actually going to one of these this year, please let me know how it is, because I'm very intrigued. I wish Universal Horror Nights would sponsor me. Maybe one day they will. But, you know, if they're ever watching this, get a girl a couple free tickets. I'm just saying. That moving on, I'm going to talk about something fun next. Where is it? Okay, so I'm going to eat my words. Okay. Hellboy. Should be Hellboy the Crooked Man, but Hellboy. If you've watched a couple of my Horror Tuesday episodes, you know that I did initially review the first trailer that was released that looked like a cosplaying hot mess. I have since then, we'll say I'm probably going to eat my words on this, on that video, because the latest trailer that released, I have not seen it. We're going to watch it together right now. But the stills I've seen from it and the more news that's come out of it, it looks really good. And it's based off one of my favorite Hellboy comics, and it's more into the horror genre. I think it's going to be great. So let me put this over here. Let me pull up YouTube, and let's get this trailer. Hellboy Crooked Man trailer. 1 day ago. Okay, all right. That for a second. And hello. Okay, so again, haven't seen it. One of my favorite comics. I'm actually going to reread it before seeing this movie. The initial reaction to the first trailer was like, it looks a little cosplay. But the more I'm reading on it, that they use mostly physical effects, which is fantastic. Because we all know Nadia, I love physical effects. CGI is great when it's used properly in the time and place. But if you can do something practical, 100%, you have my vote.
There's something going on here. I need to understand it. Like you do.
That's exactly why you shouldn't
Yeah.
be sure.
Oh, you might say a demonic entity falls under our expertise.
They're doing the right under the skin.
Crooked man's waiting on you.
That's interesting.
I'm in.
Oh, you didn't want me to squash?
No. Squashing's good.
I heard tales about him all my life. Most just called him the Crooked Man.
So
I
good.
thought Big Red wasn't scared of anything.
Well, I know something you're afraid of.
You hear something?
Your road ends in the dark like mine.
Let's just keep on coming.
It ain't even really begun.
Come on, Snake, let's rattle.
Let not your horns be troubled. By way they know not. I will make the darkness light and the crooked things straight.
I'm in. That looks great. Way better than the initial trailer that was released. Way better than stills. Looks like they went back and did a little bit of coloring to it. I think it looks great. I'm really actually now more excited for it. He still kind of looks a little bit like somebody's cosplaying Hellboy, but I can forgive it if they're going to really stick to the horror of that comic. That comic is great. I'll have to find it. I recommend reading it. I really love the first two Hellboy movies by Del Toro. I think they're great in the fantasy aspect, but it's really good to see them kind of lean more into the horror aspect of the comics. Really cool. I mean, are you in? Are you going to see it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Now, another thing I want to talk about is a TV show called From. It's literally called From. They are doing a season 3. I initially caught the first season just on a whim. My husband and I were looking for something to watch. We put it on. We were hooked. I think we binged the entire first season. And then when season 2 came out, we were hooked again, watching every episode every single time they would release. I had a lot of theories about season 1. Thought it was based more on Norse mythology. Totally threw me off for season 2. The story is a premise of individuals who get caught, I guess, or they usually are driving. They see a tree falling down, leads them into a town. They can never leave the town. They can try driving out. They're always going to circle back in. And then in the town are, in a sense, the survivors of these people who have showed up, split into two factions of people who live in the town and then people who live in like a hippie free, like grow your own food kind of like household. And at nighttime, there's these creatures that look human, but they're almost like vampiric that come out. And if you don't have these talismans on your doors of the buildings that you're in, they can come in and they obviously kill people. Very good, really weird. It's by the same people who did Lost, so take it for that. But I haven't seen the season 3 trailer, I'm very excited for it. I actually don't want to ruin for everybody, but I'm going to watch a separate video about it. I'm going to do a separate video on it. But I do have some really cool artwork that I found from it. And like, I think I'm really underselling it. It is just, it's the show. I like to say it is literally the show that everybody is talking about, but nobody, the show that nobody talks about, but everybody should. That's how I put it. And this is just great artwork from it. And I'll tag it in the description below. Maybe I can get a little bit bigger. Hold on. Let me pull this up. And like, I'm telling you, it doesn't, this show is just so good. Why did it go back? Hold on. Where'd it go? I just had it. Pull that down. There it is. There we go. Looks so good, this artwork. I love it. This is great. I would have this as a print. And the main actor here, and I'm going to butcher his last name probably, Harold Pernian, I think. Fantastic as a lead. And there's just like different elements to this story. I love this show so much. I'm so glad to see it get a 3rd season. I hope it continues even after that. It's able to complete its story. But I really, really recommend checking out From. You can, I believe it's through MGM, but you can watch it through Amazon Prime. Please watch it. Again, I'm going to do a trailer reaction to it for the new season because I haven't seen it. It's so good. It's just, it's one of my favorite TV shows currently right now. All right. So with that being said, let me get this and this because there's a couple more things I want to talk about. And this is the one. All right. So we got some Evil Dead news to share with everybody. Evil Dead is one of my favorite franchises. And Bruce Campbell recently told EW, the future of the Evil Dead is 2 more damn movies. We've got 2 new fabulous directors that have 2 new scripts in shoot. And we think we've suckered a studio into coughing up dough for both since they seem to still make money. Well, that's cool. I really liked Evil Dead Rises. I don't look at it as a sequel or a reboot or a prequel. I look at it as a story in the Evil Dead universe. I know everybody's tired of multiverses, but that's what I see it as. Same with the remake of Evil Dead. I don't think it's a direct remake or reboot or sequel. It's just its own story, a way of telling the story. But I think Evil Dead Rises is the same thing. Beautiful title card. I still talk about it to this day. I thought it's fantastic. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with 2 more movies. I'm sad that Ash vs. Evil Dead will never come back, which is a great TV show as well. I think Evil Dead is one of those franchises that have not really had a miss, in my opinion. Halloween had a couple misses. Friday the 13th had a couple misses. But I feel Evil Dead's been constant where even if you don't love the product, it's not bad. Like, it's never been on a top bad list that I've seen. But I don't know. What do you think about Evil Dead Rises and the Evil Dead world expanding? Let me know. And then the next thing I want to talk about is Alien Romulus. So leading into this, before we get into it, just a fun fact I found out. I actually will be dropping a Aliens trailer reaction. I've never seen it. I'm going to do a trailer reaction similar to what I did for Alien. And then I'm hoping this Saturday I will do an Aliens watch party. I'm just kind of hammering out the time, so be on the lookout. I will be announcing on Twitter. Also to mention that, just as a sidebar, I just had 1K on Twitter followers. Thank you everybody who follows me over there. I will be doing a giveaway, just a fun giveaway to thank everybody. I'll be dropping details about that on Wednesday, so please go ahead and follow me over there and check it out. It'll be a fun giveaway. But Alien Romulus is doing exactly what I like to see and what I would like to see in future filmmakers. I really want to see a push into more practical effects. It just looks better. I'm sorry. It just, you know what? I'm not sorry. It does. It took 9 people to puppeteer the baby chest burster in Alien Romulus that comes out of someone's chest. Holy cow. That is so dope. 9 people? We're Jim Henson alien here? Why not? That's so cool. By the way, when you can go back and watch the watch party. I thought I was gonna be terrified of the actual alien, I think it's Xenoform or whatever. I'm actually more terrified of the face huggers in Alien. And Alien, probably in my top 5, if not top 10 movies now. It's just, and I keep saying this, and it's the only way I can describe it. It's beautiful. Like the set design, the palette choices, the choices of just lighting choices, the story, it looks so good. It held up so well. And I really enjoyed it. I thought I was going to be like super terrified of it. Probably going to be terrified of the second one. But I recommend it if you haven't seen it, which I assume a lot of people have. But yeah, it's probably going to be in my top 5. We'll see where Aliens is going to end up. But it took 9 people to puppeteer this. I'm so excited for this movie. Originally, I was going to go see it in 4DX because I'm on a 4DX kick where I've seen Twisters and Deadpool and Wolverine. I decided to not see this in 4DX because the last thing I want is a face hugger jump at the screen and then get shot in the face with water or air. Yeah, I like to not pee my pants on that. And then next thing I want to talk about is In a Violent Night. It's not supposed to be In a Violent Night. Excuse me. See, we do this live. In a Violent Night. In a Violent Night. I wonder if that's a movie. In a Violent Nature, Nadia. Jeez. In a Violent Nature is getting a sequel. Why, you ask? I don't know. But I'm here for it. In a Violent Nature is one of the first few movies I actually reviewed on this channel. I went to go see it. I am lukewarm about it. I thought it was okay. I just don't think it lived up to the hype it was. Sorry, Gary. Even if you're watching this, it's a deconstruction of the slasher films. Great and all, but there's too much walking, man. Just too much walking. Anyway, it's confirmed that there is a sequel, so I wonder if they're going to expand more on the lore. I would be very intrigued to see that. The fact that I'm lukewarm on it, I still would recommend people watch it because there's some really cool effects in it and deaths, especially if you like slasher films. But I think Johnny's coming back, which is interesting. Who's the vengeful spirit? I think I would have to give it a second try. I don't remember what I rated it. Maybe I think it hit a 6 or 7. Might go up higher after I see it for a second time. But I was not as enthusiastic about it when I left the theaters as I was with Long Legs. But that's being said, it's not a bad movie. I can understand where it's coming from with the deconstruction of the slasher genre. Maybe it just didn't hit me right, or maybe the fact that the guy walked way too much in this movie. Like, come on, let's speed it up. Like, I think I counted. All right, cool, more walking. So we're just using stock footage just to beef this film up of him walking. But I am intrigued that it's getting a sequel. I hope they're going to actually take the time to work out a proper sequel and not just do something like, Jason Goes to Manhattan kind of deal. Continue the following Johnny on his restless walk has us feeling incredibly grateful to our incredible partners at IFC. So he's going to be walking more. Can the guy get a scooter at least or something? I don't know. That being said, folks, the last thing I do want to talk about is horror movies that are coming out in August. But before I do so, could you please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button? Please leave a comment below on anything I've talked about or if there's a subject you would like me to cover. I know I was teasing on the From trailer reaction. I want to watch that and do that as a separate video. But again, make sure you check out that. So that being said, we're going to dive into August horror movies since August is literally right around the corner. Some of them on this list you'll already know about, and some of them I didn't know about. So that being said, okay. So this is from Movies Web. Every horror movie releasing in August of 2024. And the first one off the bat is Trap. I'm going to go see Trap. I'm a M. Night Shyamalan fan. I forgive him for a lot of stuff. I'm intrigued. I'm also a big Josh Hartnett fan. And the concept intrigues me enough to go check it out. However, I don't know if I'll check it out opening night. It might be one of those, oh, I have a Sunday open and I'll go check it out. But I know he's been a lot of misses lately. Knock on the Cabin looks better than the movie, in my opinion. Normally is in some cases, most cases. But yeah, Josh Arnett plays the role of Cooper, a father who's stuck at a concert with his daughter when authorities are setting a trap to bring down a notorious serial killer named the Butcher. However, Cooper appears to be the killer they're looking for. So it's a very interesting concept. I'm intrigued enough to see how he executes this. Because normally he doesn't, like, this is a twist. So then what's the real twist? Who knows, right? The other movie, and this is going to be released in theaters August 2nd. The next one is Cuckoo, which I'm very excited for. I talked about it on my last Horror Tuesday episode. This has my attention fully. Has Dan Stevens in it. Film follows a 17-year-old girl who moves to live with her father in the German Alps, but is embroiled in strange happenings involving horrifying newses and grisly visions. There was a really interesting part in the trailer where she's riding her bike at night, and then all of a sudden you see a shadow reach out to her while she's riding her bike. Really creepy. I think this is going to be great. Neon has, I think it's, yeah. This will be released August 9th, and I think this is great. The promo kind of taken a little bit from the Longlegs marketing. Dan Stevens' character already has like a LinkedIn profile, so I will be intrigued. Watch this in theaters August 16th and on Netflix August 30th, The Deliverance. Horror film based on true stories, has long in demand among horror films, especially after the success franchise of The Conjuring. Deliverance is co-written and directed by Lee Daniels, and the film tells the narrative of LaToya Adams, her 3 children who endure bizarre incidents in their home in Indiana, leading them to believe their house is a portal to hell. Game on. Let's go. I love anything that deals with theology. Let's do this. I'm totally excited for this. So this will be in select theaters August 16th, and it will be on Netflix August 30th. So Alien Romulus, which I've mentioned already. I don't know where this is. Oh, it takes place between Alien and Aliens. That's intriguing. So to me, it's like maybe I should wait and watch Romulus, then Aliens. Nah, we'll do watch party. The film is directed by Fede Alvarez. I know, I'm horrible at names, folks. We know this, but he did the Evil Dead remake and Don't Breathe, which is an underrated horror film. You should watch Don't Breathe, and I am very excited. I have seen only one trailer for this movie. I will not watch the newest trailer because I think it gives away some character deaths. So I will be I actually have the tickets secured for this. I'll be at the fan event for AMC, and this releases in theaters August 16th. Stream, which is another movie I talked about, which is from the producers of Terrifier 2. I think I talked about it 1 or 2 episodes back. I'm interested to see what else they can do. I'm not a Terrifier fan. I'm sorry. I know. I saw the first one. Second one, I haven't finished it. I will finish it because I probably will watch the third one. I just don't get it. Who hurt you? Who hurt you folks for liking this? I just don't get it. I just don't. But you know what? That's what horror is. It's a huge umbrella of different subgenres, and everybody has their pick. So this will be set to release August 21st. So this is a unique story for audiences who have grown tired of reoccurring serial killer flicks. Who's grown tired? I have not grown tired of it. This is when Roy and Ellen Keane realize their family is drifting apart. They decide that something needs to be done. Roy forces his work to take a backseat, and they seize an opportunity to recreate a vacation from their past, a peaceful stay in a quaint hotel that is just what they need. However, it's not what's in store for them. With 4 deranged murderers patrolling the seemingly mundane halls, the odds are definitely not in their favor. Roy must fight for his life and those of his family. Okay. I think we watched the trailer for this like 2 episodes back. Strange Darling. This is going to be scheduled to be released August 23rd. It is a promise to be a spectacular month for serial killer films. The chronicles the story of a woman who finds herself in the midst of a murder spree following a thrilling one-night stand with a stranger. I could be intrigued. Afraid, which I'm not. I like. I'm gonna get out my little soapbox here. I feel like Blumhouse has become the generic horror producing film. Like, they have some hits, and they've had some hits, but they haven't had much lately. And I feel like they're just throwing stuff out there just to see what sticks. And I think they're the one that did Night Swim, which I don't understand. Megan was okay, but Afraid is another like AI horror film when AI takes over. And I've seen the trailer, and I'm just not intrigued. Like, I really like Neon. I think Neon's doing A24. Again, they have hits or misses, but the majority of them are hits when it comes to the horror genre. Blumhouse, like, bro, like, scale it back, my friends. Really, back in the day when you had all the like the Purge, there was a ton of them. I just looked it up yesterday. I was on a stream discussing this. How they just throw things out there just to see. And I know they did the Five Nights at Freddy's. I like the Five Nights at Freddy's. I thought it was good. I like the lore of it, but I mean, there's a ton of like great stuff they did. They did where is it? It's just Sharp Objects, Elevator, Roswell the first, Roswell, which one? People versus, or maybe I'm wrong, man. I thought they. Oh, this is TV. That's why. Not even. I just. Yeah. Oh, this is my problem with them. Here I am saying this. Why are you remaking a 2-year-old Danish horror film, Speak No Evil? Why? Why? The movie is so good. It's so well done. It's very bleak. The ending was a very surprise to me. You really don't know what's going on until you get to the third act. And my worry is, by remaking it for a Western audience, you're just going to pretend that everybody's dumb and give it away. And I've seen early reviews of it saying it's better than Long Legs and stuff. I highly doubt that. And that the third act is different. So what is going on? Why do you have to remake a really good horror movie that's only 2 years old? So Five Nights at Freddy's is the other one. Night Swim was garbage. I wanted to draw myself. Okay, here. Creep 2. They did. Was really good. Halloween kills ends and come on, guys. Insidious, good. Let's see. I liked Oculus, Hush, Sinister. But then you like Megan, all the Insidious films. I get it. Firestar was awful. That was an awful remake. Black Christmas remake was awful. The Truth or Dare. I'm just like, they have more misses than hits, I feel. And I feel like they just throwing money out there just to see what hits. And Afraid is one of them. I don't need another AI movie. I get it. AI is going to take us over. Let's move on. But anyway, I'm off my soapbox on this. So Afraid, if you do want to see Afraid, it's going to be in theaters August 30th. If you do. I will not be participating in that. I feel that there are better horror movies, both indie and mainstream, that will be coming out. So I will wait to stream that like I did with Night Swim. That being said, folks, that is all I got. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 8 of Horror Tuesdays. I really appreciate everybody who watches, comments, and stuff, all the support I've gotten. I love you all, and I hope you all stay spooky.